name is LizzyLue Skadoo, and welcome to this video. It's not going to be one of our happier videos because I've got some stuff to talk about. Before we get too far into it, I do have to say, if you don't know the concept of death, or you're really too young to hear about this kind of stuff, then click away. That's all I have to say on that. And moving forward, so as you guys know, a while back we got chickens, which were Stewie, Squirrel, and Dumpling. Now Squirrel, who we were calling Popeye, we thought was a male, was actually a female, was laying eggs and everything. The story with them is we went to the little farmer's trade sale and we paid for chickens. We got 3 of them, that's all they had, so we bought them, brought them home. We put them in this dog kennel inside a fence. We had a tarp over them to protect them at night. We'd let them out during the day and everything was fine. They did good. Dumpling and Squirrel started laying eggs. We'd get one from Squirrel one day and Dumpling the next day, and it was just back and back to back to back. We got 1 egg every day, and it was really good. They did great. We had a couple incidents where we let them out and we discovered that Stewie could jump very high, so we had to really watch them. But it wasn't until a couple weeks, well, it was almost a month ago now, Mogi went out to go feed them in the morning, and Dumpling was dead. Flat as a pancake, dead. We don't know what killed her. There was no signs of a struggle. There was no signs of anything getting into the pen. The other chickens didn't seem distressed. Everything was fine other than having a dead chicken. The only things we could come up with was either she got egg packed, where she could not lay the egg that she had, or she just could not handle laying eggs. Like, she was just too small, because she was a really small chicken. She was very small. She didn't produce she didn't grow very well. The other thing is she could have been sick and had this disease that the other chickens knew she had, and they trampled her to death to try to get the sickness away. And the other option is that this one's the most unlikely of them, that a weasel got in and sucked her dry. In my opinion, that one is the most unlikely because it just seems too much of a coincidence with everything else that happened after that. Sorry, I'm still sick. So, yeah, Dumpling died. We don't know what happened. We continued to get 1 egg every other day after that. Squirrel could only they only lay eggs about every 48 hours, so every 48 hours we got an egg. And things were fine. A couple weeks went by, yada yada yada. And again, Moogie went out to feed them again in the morning, like she did every morning. And I had checked on them earlier that morning when I went to feed the horses. And then and they were fine. But somewhere in between 7 o'clock in the morning to 11 o'clock, Moogie goes out to feed them, and Squirrel and Stewie are dead. And not just mysterious, untellable death. This was a predator got into our chicken pen. But a predator got into our chicken pen and snapped our rooster's neck, basically. Well, bit off half of his face. This is the graphic part, by the way, guys. Bit off half of Stewie's face through the fence, and then got into the kennel and ate half of our hen. And there were signs of a struggle, feathers flown everywhere. There was dig marks under the kennel, so they dug under and in to get in. And so the options for that wasn't a coyote, not a big enough dig area and not enough destruction. Wasn't a fox. Fox takes off with its kill, it doesn't leave it. Wasn't a weasel, because weasels will suck them dry until they're flat as a pancake. the only options that we had, it wasn't an owl or a hawk or anything like that, because again, they take off with it. The only options we had for what the destruction is that we found is a raccoon and a possum. Something we didn't even know would happen was that a raccoon will reach through the fence, pull the rooster to it, and bite its head off to kill it, and then we'll go in and eat half the hens. Now a possum will do the same thing, so it could be either or on them. We're not sure which, but apparently most predators don't like eating roosters, they prefer the hens. But the egg was smashed, so we aren't sure which one did it, because both will smash the egg and eat it, both will eat half the hen, and both will kill the rooster. So it's a mystery. We've got traps set up. We haven't caught what killed them yet, but we've been baiting with the wrong thing, so now we are switching from apples and chicken feed to cat food to attract the meat eater that killed our chickens. Hopefully we'll catch it, and we will follow up on this video when we do catch the thing, and I will explain that along with we'll be making a new chicken coop and we'll be getting new chickens. But we're waiting until we've gotten rid of the predator and we've made a new coop, and then we'll be getting new chickens. So basically that's what's happened, and there's not much to add to it other than that we didn't know possums would attack chickens, and I've seen the possum since then, so I'm leaning towards it being a possum, because the possum has been down at the horse barn, but it won't hurt the horses at all. The horses are more likely to stomp it to death than it is to cause them any danger. The worst thing that it can do is take some of their food. It's already been after the treats, so we had to move everything up on the porch. It's been after the porch, but it's learned it can't get on the porch without the chance of getting smacked to death with a stick. Well, a walking stick that has a vital point at the end. So, yeah. And we've seen a raccoon, so it could be either one. We've seen both. We've seen the raccoon and we've seen a possum. So we're not sure which one exactly has done it, but we will figure it out when we catch them. If we end up catching both, then we won't know. But at least there'll be less predators to get our the next chickens. So yeah, I've been putting that off while talking about that because of Christmas has been going on, and then we hit 100, and I really didn't want to bring down the happy vibes talking about chicken death, because even though I don't like chickens, I didn't want them dead. I like the egg part of them, getting the eggs. That's really cool. But I just don't like chickens. So it sucks that they died. And we're going to try to protect them better and do a better job at them next time. It's farm life. It happens. Things. You get predators. I mean, we know for a fact there's a bobcat with a baby walking around out here somewhere. We know there's coyotes. We know there's possums. We know there's all this stuff. I mean, we have the woods on our property. There's woods all over there and in front of us and everywhere. We're surrounded. And you're going to get these kinds of things. So it's not a preventative, it is a deterrent. Only thing you can do is deter them. You can't permanently get rid of them because they will come back. So, new will move in. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to deter predators from getting into our areas. So, I will update you guys on the progress of the chicken coop and of catching the predator that ate our chickens, along with getting new chickens. So, guys, just keep your eyes peeled for that kind of stuff. And I think that's going to do it for this one, because there's not much more to talk about on this. Other than me just rambling forever about how annoyed I am that the chickens died. So, I think that's going to do it for you guys. Be kind to one another, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!